Hey, this is Ronnie, and this is the Rescue Ronnie Show. Today, we're going to talk about a big pressing issue right now, which is these mega wildfires are being super destructive. I got a model here. I'm going to teach you a little bit about fire behavior and the science behind fire, and then also why these fires are getting so big. They seem like they're getting bigger and bigger.
We do it for fun. We just do it for fun.
Alright, so first off, a big shout out and thank you to a lot of the first responders and the people that helped with this fire and all these other fires around the state. So big shout out to you, and our condolences go out to people that lost their homes and then got affected by these fires. Huge tragedy. So let me teach you a little bit about the fire, the science behind the fire. So first thing I want to talk about, topography. That's kind of the lay of the land. How things naturally are, if it's hilly, if it's flat, if it has trees, things of that sort. Weather is a huge factor. Imagine if you have a fire and you got 5 mile an hour winds versus 50 mile an hour winds or 30 mile an hour winds. The higher the wind, the fire is going to spread crazy. So wind is a huge factor, and then also the heat. When it's hot outside, the fire, everything's dry and things burn a lot faster. Fuel type. So if you have a grassy fuel, say it's just grass and it's a field, that's going to burn very quickly. If it's a big dense log or something like that, or big trees and brush, that's going to burn much slower. So it takes time to burn that. And humidity is a huge factor. So if you're in the morning, most of the time the humidity is much higher. In the afternoon, when the sun's out, things dry out, the humidity level is lower. If the humidity is low, the fire is going to spread very fast. If the humidity is high and there's more water content in the materials, the fuels, then the fire is going to spread slowly. So back to our other question is, why are these fires getting so out of hand and why can't we stop them? So first thing, so there's a chain of events. So somebody has to realize that there is a fire. So say this is a street right here. This is the fire. Somebody's driving down the street. They see this fire. Then they call 911. 911 is the dispatch. Then they will dispatch the first several engines or whatever fire engines that are closest to it, depending on what their responses are. Then the engines will respond to the fire. The first engine that gets there, the captain will assess the fire. Do we need more resources? It is getting out of hand. It's traveling way up here. So it's getting out of hand. We can't do it with these resources. Then he orders more resources. These engines are now getting to work here, but this fire is spreading faster than they can go. So you have many other engines coming. They probably call some tankers to drop some water on the fire, and some planes and helicopters. So the reason why it gets so out of hand is there's a chain of events and time. The more time it takes for people to get on this fire and they can't wrap around this fire and put it out, it's going to get out of hand, and then it's preheating. As it's going up this hill, it's preheating all these trees. All this energy right here is preheating all these trees, and all the way up here, it's preheating all this stuff before it even gets it, and it dries it all out, and it burns extremely quick because the humidity and the moisture is very low, and that's why things get out of hand. So this is Ronnie. This is your fire science tip. Have the best day of your life, and adios.
We do it for fun. We just do it for fun.